Welcome guys, welcome to the channel. We're in Green Springs, Ohio, and we're at the cemetery, and let's get at it. We started out with this mausoleum from the Johnsons right here, and it's going to belong to Henry Johnson, 1834 to 1905, Margaret, 1889 to 1890, Ewell, 1873 to 1931, Everett, 1882 to 1942, Minnie H. Johnson, 1868 to 1940, Winfield A. Johnson, 1879 to 1958, Alexander C. Johnson, 1892 to 1971, Clara H. Cobb, 1865 to 1934, Russell V. Johnson, 1875 to 1949, Annie C. Johnson, 1849 to 1933, Patricia A. Johnson, 1920 to 1920, Catherine P. Johnson, 1883 to 1923, Laura L. Johnson, 1901 to 1977, Annie N. Johnson, 1977 to 1970, Leslie H. Johnson, 1882 to 1962, Florence J. Johnson, 1897 to 1966, Henry J. Johnson, 1871 to 1952, and Elizabeth F. Johnson, 1867 to 1950. They all go to this mausoleum right here, guys. Now let's peeky-boo. Someone had to put a new lock and chain on there, but we can peek in. Oh man, they busted it all to crap. I'll bring you in where you can see. There's the father. There's the mother. The names that are not on the walls, I don't think. Yeah, there's Henry J. Johnson, 1830 or 1894 to 1905 is about the only one I see on there. Man, they have broke this one to pieces. So the ceilings fell. Oh man, it looks awful. What a shame. But there it is, guys. Boy, it even stinks in that one bad. Let's pull this back closed. It's had enough air to it. Can't close it no more, guys. They broke the seal on the door, and once you break the seal on the door, that's what happens. It does have a beautiful glass up there. If you can look in the glass, I don't know if you can see the side glass. Got another beautiful glass on this side. Beautiful, beautiful glass. It's a beautiful mausoleum. It's a shame they don't go in and clean it up though and make it look better. But yeah, it's a nice size one too. And see out here, you can't even tell that glass is that. Well, yeah, you can a little bit. But there it is. Beautiful mausoleum, guys. All right, let's move on. Then we got Fruth. Instead of Truth, you got Fruth. Here's Mr. and Mrs. Fruth. I'm not sure on that name. Nerda. I don't know how you pronounce that. Johnson, Oakleaf. Oh, she must have been a piano player. August the 20th, 1926 to July the 12th, 1998. Children are Steve, David, and Cheryl. And then Frank Howard, he was in World War II. May the 31st, 1926 to, looks like July the 7th. I want to say 2012 on him. But I don't know how you pronounce her last name. I mean her name. Nerreed? I'm not sure. I don't know. I ain't seen many of these today, surprisingly. The round ones? Oh wow, somebody's so far under the bushes you can't begin to see them. Look at that one under the bushes, guys. Two of them fixed to be under the bushes. That's Ruth, Naomi. 1907 1925. Then you got Minnie, 1867 to 1950. You got Glenn, 1894 to 1954. Then you got some more Tucks. Did I have Tuck in the last one too? I think we did have Tucks in the last one that I done. Anyways, here's the Tucks, 1889 to 1962. And Lockie, 1882 to 1938. This one here is just recently slid off or flipped. Falling over in the farmer's field. Or the fence is holding it up. Right here, Castor. It's gonna be Clarabelle, 1932. And Lillian, 1931 to 1951. Well, they buried right up to the fence too, right to the fence. Their head's got to be right at that gate. Look at that. This one is in the gate. This is, how do you pronounce that name? Natsicle? Reed Natsicle? 1895 to 1965, and Laura, 1900 to 1985. Here we got Natsicle again with the music notes. That was a cool stone. Dr. Bradley Reed, October the 14th, 1954. And then his mother, that's the son and mom being buried beside each other. Helen Lane, July the 11th, 1931 to March the 5th, 2018. Ooh, I don't like that year, but that's nice that they're being buried together. At least you know where your mother's buried, buddy. I don't even know where mine's at. Thanks to my aunt, but that's a long story for a different day. This is Slaymaker. Alex Slaymaker, 1780 to 1863. W.M. Slaymaker, the son. It looks like 1810 to 1852. Then you have Mary Ann, his wife, 1814 to 1842, and Sarah E., daughter, 1836 to 1842, and Mary A., daughter, 1842 to 1842. So they lost the infant too. That's sad. All right, let's just walk around and see other names. Then we got Nye, Robert Dale Nye, but I can't read this one. I don't even know why I landed on it. Can't see it. We got Nye here though. We can read. You got Florence, 1895 to 1968, and Robert, 1893 to 1984. He was a veteran of the World War II, I believe. The World War. I can't even see what that says. 1917 to 1918, I believe it says. All right, let's move on. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I did not mean to do that. Then we got Needham. What a name, Needham. Jane, 1848 to 1914, and George Needham, 1845 to 1925. I don't even eat ham, but I'm ready for some right now. Then we got Shedham, something like that. George, 1851 to 1925, and the squirrels has been eating nuts on his gravestone. We got Laura, 1854 to 1929. We got two more over here. Oh wow, that one's cool. I'll show you something in a minute. This one's cool, coming up. This is Gertrude, 1880 to 1916, and Charles, 1878 to 1968. This is the one I'm talking about at Shedham. He must have liked to play horseshoes and got a ringer. Two ringers. This is Shedham. This is George J., 1921 to 1992, and Betty, 1920 to 2016. That's pretty cool, whoever made that. That is awesome. That's pretty neat. Huh. Oh well, let's move on. Alright, it's getting hot again. I'm getting tired. We're probably going to end this one directly. Then we got Dorsman. Adolphus, I ain't heard that name. Born February the 18th, 1840, and died August 18th, 1914. He was 74 years, 6 months. This was erected in 1884. For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we would have a building of God, and a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. 2 Corinthians, 2nd chapter, verse 1. Oh, okay. Then we have Catherine, the wife of William Dearsman, I guess is the name. I'll get it eventually, I hope. Maybe one of them three is right. Anyways, born December the 8th, 1826, and died November the 13th, 1883. 56 years, 11 months, 5 days. Then you have no pain, no grief, no anxious fear can reach our loved one sleeping here. Oh, okay, cool. That's so awesome. And that's it. That was all that's on it. It's got the little angels. It is a metal stone. And that's it. They just changed up the nameplates when they put them out for people. They had a nameplate. If they still made them today, that'd be the kind I'd like. That way they could change my name's plate out. That'd be pretty cool. All right, then we got an infant, I'm gonna assume. It's gonna be little Nelly. Little Nelly right here. Look at Nelly stone. That's pretty cool. Alright, guys. Trying to see where I'm gonna go now. We could do Weeks. Okay, Weeks is next. Right here. Weeks. It's gonna be William Melton Weeks, 1845 to 1909. And it's going to be Libby, his wife, 1845 to 1920. And that must have been in relation to them. That must have been their child. That little one I done. This is a beautiful cemetery. It's not a real big one. It's peaceful and quiet. That's what I'd like about this one. I'd pick this one before I would that last one I was at. The other one was right at a four-way stop. And woo, it was noisy. Anyways, DC Wadsworth, November the 6th, 1856 to December the 14th, 1888. Then you got Lucilla, Wadsworth, mother, February the 20th, 1825 to October the 23rd, 1889. Then you got Fitzgerald, you got Maud, 1878 to 1956, and Albert, 1875 to 1960. All right. Then we got, let's see who we got down here. Oh, we got a beautiful stone right here. Let me get this one. I skipped all over and walked right around this one. I was too busy looking at that mausoleum and stuff. This one right here. It's Stickmeyer Nancy, August 26, 1849 to July the 12th, 1913. John W., August 17th, 1854 to February the 5th, 1913. So they both died in 1913. I wonder if they died of grieving. Because she died in July. Well, no, he died in February, and she died in July. I wonder if he went first and she grieved herself to death. Something to think about, ain't it? Especially if they was married a long time. Because I know an old man, I used to take care of him and his wife. They were together for like 70 years. They were in their 90s. And one died the one week. Right about a week later, that woman did not eat. Grieved herself to death, and a week later, she was right behind him. So it does happen. But anyways, we're going to walk over and get these couple I've seen right here that I want to get. I want to look at some of these metal ones. They're different ones. I get some neat ones too. And these metal stones, a lot of people don't like them. But I like them because you can read them. I never have a problem reading one of the metal ones. Never. The concrete ones, no. That can be a tricky, little sticky little suckers. You know what I mean? Like this one here. This is a cool looking metal one. We have no problem reading it. It belongs to Josh Ward, born July the 3rd, 1817. And he died August 25th, 1896. He was 79 years, 1 month, and 22 days on that one. Is that not a good looking stone? Then you have the other type right here. And it's going to belong to a Mason. This one here, that's different. And it's going to belong to Olivia Martin, the wife of J.H.F. Martin, born December the 28th, 1840, and died January the 8th, 1892. She was 52 years and 9 days. And then you have that on this side. And then you have, well, I thought he would be on here, but I guess not. Huh. Well, he's not even on here, but that's for her. She's not a good looking stone. They would read it, no problem. Let's see if this one down here is any different. There's another one right here. Here's the back side of the little one. We looked for the other marking boy. Right there. The harvest is gathered. Right there. And then we have this one right here. And it's going to be that name. And it says, husband dear and children near. Mourn not for me when I am gone, for the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be in the name of the Lord. And this is Josephine, the wife of J.W., whatever that name was, November the 4th, or November the 1st, 1845. And she died August the 6th, 1896. She was 49 years, 9 months, and 25 days. And it says, asleep in Jesus, oh how sweet, to be for such a slumber meet. With holy confidence to sing, that death has lost its cruel sting. That's cool. And it says the harvest is gathered. And she was the only one on this stone. Pretty cool. But there it is. Alright, he's buried right here next to her. She's buried on that. And he just took a flat stone like that. William P. There he is. 1874 to 1919. Alright. Alright guys, I'm going to end it and call it on this. Everything else is getting newer. And it's a bunch of little ones. And I just don't, I'm tired and I don't feel like walking anymore of the little ones and reading them today. So I'm going to call her quits. I am going to grab these two right here real quick. Maybe 3, I don't know yet. Anyways, here's Laura. She's the daughter of P&T and M&E Prin, or something like that. Born September the 17th, 1890. Drowned. Oh my gosh, drowned. January 21st, 1904. That's sad. Then you have the mother and father. 1862. I don't know what her name was. To 1924, and Perry, 1858 to 1941. But I'm going to end this, guys, because I'm supposed to meet my niece for dinner anyways. So I appreciate y'all watching. Please share, like, and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'm going to eat some dinner and head the hour and a half back home. A 3-hour trip to come up here and film today. Ain't that something? But I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. But anyways, guys, I'm out. Peace. I'm out of here.